people often believe what they want to believe, despite evidence to the contrary. A good example would be the promotional sparring clip which emerged prior to David Haye taking on, I think it was Tyson Fury. And the clip included a tiny, tiny little sliver of footage of David Haye sparring Deontay Wilder. Now, people took that tiny little clip of footage and they concluded that Deontay Wilder was getting the crap beaten out of him in sparring by David Haye. That the sparring wasn't even competitive, that Wilder got rocked, that he got embarrassed. They were making all kind of wild, coming to all kind of wild conclusions based upon about 2 or 3 seconds of sparring footage between Haye and Wilder. If that's not absurd, I don't know what is. But that narrative has continued even till this very day. I see people in the comment section of some of my videos and in my Facebook boxing group from time to time talking about that sparring, saying David Haye destroyed Wilder in sparring. No, he didn't. How do I know that he didn't? Because David Haye on multiple occasions now has said himself that he did not destroy Deontay Wilder in sparring. David Haye has said himself the flipping obvious, which is that the footage you saw had been heavily edited to only include the parts where David Haye looked like he was beating Wilder up. The parts where Deontay Wilder was getting the better of it were not included in that promotional clip. That was a promotional clip designed to make David Haye look good, put together by a member of David Haye's team, not a member of Wilder's team. David Haye said this himself. So how on earth people can continue to come out with this nonsense that David Haye destroyed Wilder in sparring? I've got no idea. It is foolishness. But like I said, people believe what they want to believe very often, not what's actually true. And they will ignore all kinds of evidence which contradicts their belief in order to maintain it. Now, I say all that to say this. David Haye believes that Tyson Fury will have to fully reinvent himself to beat Deontay Wilder. David Haye has got predictions wrong, of course, like we all have. But David Haye is a man who shared a ring with Deontay Wilder in 2 training camps. He had Wilder in for sparring when he fought Vladimir Klitschko, and he also had Wilder in for sparring when he was supposed to fight Tyson Fury. So he shared the ring with a man. He knows how hard he punches. And if you, let me quote David Haye here, all right? David Haye says, Tyson will have to completely reinvent himself. He will have to offer something new. But even though this is a big risk, the rewards outweigh that. And you just can't write Fury off. Or write off Fury. He is 6'9", 19 stone, and has an unbeaten record. You simply can't dismiss that. And while he is in the ring, he has a chance. Wilder came over to work with me before I fought Vladimir Klitschko in 2011, and then before a proposed fight against Fury, which never happened. He has one hell of a punch. That is why he has knocked out 39 of his 40 opponents. In every round, I had to be on my toes. I had to be so switched on because he is very heavy-handed, even by heavyweight standards. That is why his knockout ratio is surely the best of any heavyweight champion in history. He is hard to read because he doesn't do very much conventionally. On TV, it looks a bit wild, but I can assure you that it is very awkward and difficult. His arms are so long, he is like an NFL player. And let me just interject here in this quote. I think he meant NBA player. But anyway, he's like an NBA player who has switched to boxing. He also has a good chin and is not afraid to take shots to land his own. Fury is also very unorthodox. He doesn't fight like a traditional heavyweight. He has quick feet, good reflexes, and is nimble for such a big man. I've never seen him set about anybody in a fight. He dances around the ring for a couple of rounds, messes about, flicks his jab out, and waits for his opponent to get tired. Then he puts some punches together and they fall over. That won't happen against Wilder, who will be hunting him down from the center of the ring. Deontay won't run out of steam either. If Fury tucks up against the ropes like he has done in prior fights, it will be effectively over. Wilder just punches straight through you. Tucking up doesn't work because he punches so quickly. And that is how Fury defends. So Tyson is going to need to slip Wilder's punches and counter him, and that is not his style. But maybe the time he had out of the ring before his comeback this year will help him make the changes he needs. After only 2 comeback fights against moderate opposition, this is a big move for Fury. To be great, you need to take risks. Let's hope Tyson can get that magic back, because this could be a great fight. But his last 2 opponents couldn't have been any further from what he will now face. However, if Tyson somehow manages to win this fight, and he can, people will say it was an act of genius. So those are the words of David Haye. He said some interesting things there. He talked about Tyson Fury's defense being ineffective against Deontay Wilder in his opinion. He believes Wilder will punch straight through any kind of defense. He also believes Wilder is too fast for you to be trying to imitate a Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll. He will catch you in the middle of the roll. This is what David Haye seems to be implying here. Deontay Wilder is obviously a lot lighter than Tyson Fury. A lot lighter than Vladimir Klitschko. Deontay Wilder can move around the ring quicker than Klitschko. People might be underestimating this. He's very light on his feet. Don't underestimate the advantage of being so light in terms of weight that Deontay Wilder has when it comes to covering distance in the ring in a split second. When it comes to the clinches and when they're on the inside, being as light as he is a disadvantage because he's not going to outstrength Tyson Fury. But in terms of, as I say, being able to cover distance very quickly in a split second when he sees an opening, it's great for Deontay Wilder. Now, I was watching a video. In fact, let me try to find it here. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.